Alone against all these droids? They don't stand a chance. Jango Fett on the job.
What's up, guys? I'm Jango Fett, hunting down games, comics, TV shows, movies, and more. And Ant-Man is the newest Marvel film, which stars Paul Rudd, Evangeline Lilly, and Michael Douglas. And before I start, I want to mention that I actually did an interview with the creators of the Revan fan film. So if you guys want to check that out, a link will be down below in the description. And check out this new poster right over here. Bam! Look at that shit. Revan, new Revan poster right here. It's pretty badass. I know it's really hard to tell, but it's there. It's up on the wall. Anyway, let's continue with the review. After seeing the trailer, the first trailer specifically for Ant-Man, I was not really impressed with the movie. And I really had no intention of seeing the movie. But after seeing the second one a couple of times, and hearing more news arising up, you know, about the secret endings and cameos, I became more and more interested, and it just drove me to see this movie. And boy, was I not disappointed at all. I was really surprised by this movie. Now, the plot of this movie is that Hank Pym, played by Michael Douglas, his former protege, Darren Cross, played by Corey Stoll, is replicating technology for his Yellow Jacket project and is pretty much a carbon copy of the Ant-Man project, which Hank Pym was a part of, and actually wore the suit as well. And S.H.I.E.L.D. actually wanted to use it before, so Hank Pym resigned from S.H.I.E.L.D. to prevent them from using it, and he thinks the world is not ready for it. Hank wants to make it his mission to destroy this technology from getting into the wrong hands by recruiting Scott Lang, played by Paul Rudd, to his cause and stopping the Yellow Jacket project from happening. And it's a Marvel heist movie and something more unique and different from what we've gotten in the past, you know, few years with all these Marvel movies. And just having this all-out action and not enough substance. Though Guardians of the Galaxy was pretty badass, Captain America was great too, but that's besides the point. Thankfully, this movie does something different and parts ways from the usual Marvel movie stereotype. It puts a unique, you know, string to it. And I hope this continues the trend that Marvel movies get different and not the same. Now let me get into the actors, which I thought pretty much all of them were just spot on and did great jobs. Paul Rudd as Scott Lang, aka the new Ant-Man. And I never would have thought that a comedian, someone like Paul Rudd, would be a convincing superhero. But he was, shockingly enough. But his character is a former thief coming out of jail, and he wants to do all that is good now. He wants to just take care of his daughter, Cassie. Michael Douglas as Hank Pym, mentor to Scott Lang and the original Ant-Man. And Michael Douglas, I haven't seen him since forever. And he's still a great actor. He's still got it, baby. And I thought he was the best part of the movie. He was just spot on with his character. And Michael Douglas, man, he should be in more stuff. I'm just saying, man. He's just an exceptional actor. And I'm going by these really quickly, but Evangeline Lilly as Hope Van Dyne. I swear, I love Evangeline Lilly in anything she does. And it's not just because she's goddamn sexy, but she's actually a really good actor. She always gets her character spot on. She plays as a convincing daughter to Hank Pym, and you can tell she has daddy issues. Now, the biggest surprise in this movie for me, I never would have thought I would say this, but Michael Pena as Scott Lang's partner in crime was fucking hilarious. Holy shit. Oh my god. This guy is always known for his serious roles, and he hasn't really been, you know, doing anything notably as of late. The last movie I remember him from, which was fantastic, was Crash, and that was a while ago. Good long time ago. I laughed my ass off every time this guy was talking. And he just plays as like the stereotypical, you know, Mexican like thug guy, and well, not so much a thug, but he filled the Mexican stereotype, but he was just freaking hilarious. The guy was balls to the walls funny. And when this guy tells his story, a couple stories actually, listen very carefully and try not to explode in laughter. I did the exact opposite. The guy was funny. That guy was just amazing, and he was the biggest surprise in this movie. And this movie really is a laugh out loud movie, like I mentioned before. I don't know how these Marvel movies always outdo themselves in humor, but they do. I mean, first it was Guardians of the Galaxy for me, and now it might be Ant-Man. I don't remember a time when I didn't laugh in this movie. It is one of the best perks about this movie. Plus, it was, you know, directed and created by Edgar Wright. So the guy who did The World's End and one of my favorite comedies of all time, Hot Fuzz, which I watched a couple days ago actually. Love that movie. One of my favorite comedies of all time. Great movie. Go watch it if you haven't seen it already. Now that's the great things about this movie, but there are also some cons to the movie. First off, Corey Stoll as Darren Cross, aka Yellow Jacket, not a good villain. Marvel just doesn't have these convincing, menacing villains like they do anymore. And unfortunately, spoiler alert, he dies in the movie. He dies at the end of the movie, and the thing is, like, these Marvel villains, they don't have to die. They can just, you know, still live on and wreak havoc or do something else in some other movie. That'd be pretty cool, but just letting them die off at the end, it just doesn't seem right to me. These Marvel villains never have meaning in these films. Ultron didn't do it, surprisingly. That was a really great disappointment in Age of Ultron for me. And a pretty good supporting cast, not the greatest. I mean, there was also T.I. as well, and some other hacker, which I didn't think were that great. And then we have the Ant-Man technology, which was not really explained at all. It was just, you know, here's the Ant-Man technology and that's it. What? I mean, come on, there has to be a more explanation upon it. We can't just expect to believe that someone goes, you know, small and then has like 3 times the strength of a regular man by punching you. I mean, they could have done a better job, but they just left it out there. And the CGI was okay for what they did. The ants, the little ant creatures look pretty cool. Just nothing too spectacular. So I'm definitely giving Ant-Man a surprising . This is a great Marvel solo film, and it seems like forever since we got one like this, like Iron Man and Captain America Winter Soldier. This one is done right, and it's just all about the superhero himself and not just the supporting cast, and it's just not all dumb action. It actually has some meaning to it, and it's a heist movie. It's pretty much a heist movie if you think about it. So the next movie review I will do is Mission Impossible Rogue Nation. I cannot wait to see that movie. So please like and comment your thoughts of Ant-Man down below, and I will see you, my fellow Mandawan, my Mandalorian brothers and sisters, next time. And if you'll excuse me, I'm going to Baskin Robbins and getting a goddamn sundae because that movie makes a reference to Baskin Robbins. It's making me hungry. Oh, and I forgot. Oh, yeah!